it's Anya here, and I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks. And in this video I would like to introduce you to the new Stylecraft Special DK colours, which are now being made in Yorkshire. Stylecraft brought out another 20 fabulous colours to add to their range of Stylecraft Special DK, which now counts 120 colours. So let's take a closer look at the colours and their specifications. And of course this video wouldn't be an Ophelia Talks video if there wasn't a tutorial included. So we are going to be making bunting in the latest colours. And of course I'm also going to be showing you how to make the pegs. So this Yorkshire Spun Special DK comes in 20 yummy colours, and of course it is now made in Huddersfield, West Yorkshire. It's a natural anti-pilling yarn and it is 100% premium acrylic. And here we are, look at that, the label says made in Yorkshire. So it's a DK yarn. We usually use a 4mm hook for it, and we have 100 grams of yarn in this ball. We have 295 meters of yarn on this ball, or 322 yards. And of course we have new names to learn for all these colors. So let's take a look at the colors and their new names. Here we have Poppy. We have a Cinder Rose. Who would like some milky tea? Or, in fact, would you rather have some mushy peas? Maybe with a hint of lilac. We also have pink rhubarb. We have a lovely leaf colour. There's some jade here as well. Then we have the North Sea. Nigella is here as well. Followed closely by mistletoe. We have some purple smoke. A lovely wild orchid. A periwinkle. Or do you prefer heather? A mallard blue. In the blue sky. Aquamarine. And a green lemon. And finally we have tea green. Now it's always nice to start with making things straight away from a new selection of new colors. So here I am, I have decided I'm going to make some ornamental bunting to crack open those balls and start using those colors. I think they are all really lovely, and let's see what they look like in some bunting and on my pegs. So for the bunting I'm going to be using my 3.5 to crochet my triangles. The yarn is prescribed for a 4mm hook, but of course you need to take your tension into account. Then we have, of course, scissors. I have here my darning needle. I'm going to be using a sharp one this time because I'm also using this needle for finishing off my pegs. So for making the pegs, I'm using just some clothes pegs that I get off Amazon. And I have a pen here, a uni fine line waterproof pen, 0.5mm, and that works really well for writing onto your pegs. So first of all, let's get started with making the triangle, and then I will show you how to assemble them, of course, and of course I'm going to show you how to make the peg, because that is what I do for every new ball, for every color that I have. I make sure that I have a peg for color reference when I am designing. Now for the tutorial I have chosen tea green because it's a light colour, and I've noticed that every ball has an end hanging out right there, and you can so easily start from the outside. And while I know we should be starting from the outside, and obviously this is Stylecraft's little message to us, I believe, for us to start on the outside thread, I am going to go and find the inside start. Now I have to say, in the 19 balls that I have already done, I have successfully managed to find the inside end. And the way that I've been doing this is going in, and they have a particular way of balling them up. There is something happening inside, and it's all crinkled. So you pull out the crinkled bit, and yes, I can see you thinking that is a lot of, it's not. Okay, this is what happened with all my other balls. This here is the way they started. Look at the crinkling, and you know you've got it right here. So look here, there we are. There is the end. So what I do is I hold on with my finger like this, and I start winding it around the end of my ball here. Now this is not a lot of yarn, and it will soon be used up. It will certainly be used up while I'm making the triangle. Okay, and this is generally what I had to do with all the other balls previously as well, but this crinkly bit, you can feel that on the inside of your ball. So try and go into your ball, find that crinkly bit. It sits in the middle, and you can feel the crinkles. You can feel this, and just pull that little bit out. And this is all you get for, the yarn, that comes out. There we go. And now, look, there is my end. And here we are ready to get started. This bit, like I said, will be used up quickly anyway. So let's get started with a magic circle. So you're going to be holding the yarn in your hand like this, make a cross and hold it there. Then you're going to use your hook to go under this strand. Then you bring back the back strand, and you go back to that same strand to then bring that through the loop that you made earlier on your hook. There we go. You take your fingers out, and this is now your magic circle. Now make sure you'll be working on the bit where there's 2 strands. Okay. Now what we're going to do in the center of our triangle is 3 double crochets together. Now if we want to start with 3 double crochets together, we're going to have to do 2 chains and then 2 double crochets together in the first lot of 3 double crochets together that we are going to be doing. So let's make our 2 chains, and this first chain, of course, of 2 will represent a double crochet. Then we're going to yarn over, and you insert into the magic circle. You pull up a loop, you yarn over, and you pull through the 2 loops. Now normally you would yarn over and pull through 2, finishing the double crochet, but we are doing them together. So we're keeping this loop on our hook and not finishing the double crochet. We're going to have to do a third one, so yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So now we're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops on our hook. Now we're going to do chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. Then we're going to do another set of 3 double crochets together, but of course this time we don't have to start with a chain 2 because we're already at the level that we need to be. So we're just going to do our 3 half finished double crochets. There we go. Now you have 4 loops on your hook, you yarn over and you pull through all the loops on your hook. And this bit here is getting a little bit short, so I pull it gently and I also push these together a little bit better. Now we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now this is a little repeat that we are going to keep on repeating. 3 double crochets together, 3 chains, 3 double crochets together, 5 chains. So we're going to do that twice more. So you yarn over and you do your half finished double crochets. You do 3 of those, yarn over and pull through the 4 loops on your hook and move everything next to each other. There we go. Then you chain 3. And now we do another 3 double crochets together. Then you yarn over, pull through the 4 loops on your hook, and now you chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now one more repeat of this sequence. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clusters, and that's the amount that we need. So now we're going to gently pull the end here to tighten and close our magic circle. Can you see it's getting smaller? Voila, there we go. And now you can see that these little 6 clusters are nicely next to each other here. They're forming a little flower. We've got a chain 3 here, here and here, and we've got 2 chain 5s here and 1 there. So now we're going to close the round under the V that we see there on top of that first cluster that we did, and you close the round with a slip stitch. There we go. And look at this, we already have a triangular shape. So now for round 2, we're going to slip stitch into the next chain space. This is a chain 3 space. Then we're going to do a chain 1 and a single crochet around the chain space. There we go. Then we're going to do chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we go and we look at the chain 5 chain space here, and in there we are going to place 3 double crochets. So just normal double crochets placed in there. Then you do another 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and then you're going to do a double treble. So that means 1, 2, 3 yarn over into that same chain 5 chain space, and you're going to make your double treble by yarning over and pulling through 2 all the while. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. You sort of turn because we're making a corner here, and now around that same chain 5 chain space, you're going to place 3 double crochets. And 3. There we go. Once you've done your 3 double crochets, you're going to chain 3, and you find the chain 3 space here, and you do a single crochet around it. Voila. So this is the little sequence that we're going to repeat 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so each time into the chain 5 space. So we start with 1, 2, and 3 chains. Then we do 3 double crochets into the chain 5 space. Then you do another 1, 2, 3 chains. Then you yarn over 3 times, go into that chain space and work your double treble until all your loops are gone. Then 1, 2, 3 chains and another 3 double crochets into that chain 5 space. So you've done your chain 3 here, now into the chain 3 for a single crochet. And so this is now what you are going to repeat for the 3rd and final time. And then here, when you get to where we started with our single crochet, you're going to go under the single crochet, under the 2 strands of the V, and you do a slip stitch. And this is what your work looks like now, and this is the end of round 2. Now for round 3, we're going to get started with 3 double crochets around the chain 3 space. So you're going to have to do a slip stitch. There we go. And once again, it says 3 double crochets, but of course, because we are starting here, we're going to have to start this little lot of 3 double crochets with 2 chains representing the first double crochet. And then we add 2 more double crochets to it. Okay, so that's the first part. Then we are going to do 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet here. So into the double crochet there to place another double crochet. Voila. And then into this chain 3 space here, we're going to place 3 double crochets. So in total, you are doing 9 double crochets in a row, but of course you're placing them 3, 3, and 3. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to do a corner, and the corner is made up of 5 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you turn. You go past that double treble here, around this chain 3 space. We're going to get started with another lot of 9 double crochets. So 3 here, and 3 there. Okay, so make sure you start working past the double treble. Okay, so not in here, you need to be here. Okay, so 3 double crochets there, 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet in that cluster in the row below. And then here we have that chain space of 3 chains, and we're going to put 3 double crochets in there. There we go. And now we do 1 chain to bridge the single crochet here, and then we start again by placing our 9 double crochets in a row. Then 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You turn and pass the double treble around the chain 3 space. you're going to start again with another lot of 9 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 go around the chain space, 4, 5 and 6 go on top of those double crochets there, and then 7, 8, 9 go around the chain space. And then you do a chain 1. And off we go again. We do this for the 3rd time. So here I am now doing my chain 1, skipping all this, skipping these 2 chains here, going under the V there, and I do a slip stitch to close the round. Now, as you can see, this is not very flat, but I can flatten it on my desk with my hand, so that's good news. Now, as you know, usually I do not block things except triangles. So here I am using the steam from my iron just to hover over my triangles, and it will flatten them down and it will make them keep their shape. And it's very important, certainly for triangles, that you do steam them so that they keep their shape when you are hanging them up. So when you've finished the 4 rounds of your triangle, you can steam them to improve their shape. So let's get started with round 4. And of course, round 4 will also help with the triangular shape. Okay, so let's get started. Chain 1, and you're going to do a single crochet on top of each double crochet that you have there. So that means you're doing 9 double crochets. Voila. And now here we're doing a single crochet. I wanted to make a nice ornamental corner, so that's what we're doing here. So you start your corner with 1 single crochet, then you do 3 chains, 1 single crochet around the chain space, then you do 5 chains, 3, 4 and 5, and another single crochet around the chain space, then you do 1, 2, 3 chains, and another single crochet around the chain space. And look at this corner. I really loved it like that. So now we're going to start doing single crochets again. So that means we're doing 9 here. Then we do 1 around the chain space. And then we continue with doing 9 on top of the 9 double crochets. And then here we do our corner again of a single crochet, 3 chains, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains, single crochet, 1, 2, 3 chains and a single crochet. There we go, to finish off our ornamental corner. And now again we go to placing our single crochets all along the side until we meet the next corner. And then here we make our ornamental corner. Voila. And then we have our single crochets again on top of the double crochets. Yeah, and look, I've used up all the yarn that came out of my ball, and now I can just pull it out as I always do. So that's a good thing. There we go. Voila, 1 single crochet around the chain space, and then here we skip this first chain, go under the first usable V, and we do our slip stitch, and that is the end of our triangle. So now it is steaming time and sewing in the ends time. So here I have my peg. I'm just going to open it up and I'm going to put the end of the yarn in between there. Make sure it doesn't come out on the other hand, but it is connected. And I'm just going to start winding it around my peg. Now, some people make little rounds or make little squares and then attach a label to it. That's fine, of course. But, you know, for me, when I am designing things and when I am trying to put colours together for the next cowl, for instance, it's better to be able to do this with pegs than to try and put balls out and, you know, try and, yeah. For designing, it's nice to have the little pegs with me just to make sure that I can see colours next to each other quite easily. Then I cut off the yarn. Then I take my needle. Now I do use a sharp one for this, so I try to push it in like so. A little bit further if I can. There we go. Then I thread the yarn onto the needle. There we are. Push it through, pull it out. There we go. So now I have an amount of yarn on my peg. It's showing the colour and I can put it next to other pegs and see what things would look like, you see. So let's write the name on it. Which one was this one? Tea green. There we go. Voila. And the number of the shade is 2189. There's not much space for it, but it's fine. 2189. Oh, you can't see that, but there we go. And then here we have tea green. Yeah, my writing is not very good on these pegs, but there we go. I can read it. It's fine. Okay. Each side of my triangle measures 15 centimeters or 6 inches. My triangle weighs 5 grams. So let's see how to assemble these into some bunting to show off the new colors in my crochet lounge. So to create our bunting, I'm just going to use some black special DK. I'm going to make my slip knot, insert my hook, and I'm going to chain like 100 to get started so that I have something to attach my bunting with. So if I need to tie it around something, then at least I have a length of chain that I can use. So I have made my length of chain. Now I'm going to start adding my triangles, and all the triangles have equal sides, so you can choose which side you're going to have as the top. I'm going to put them in order of shade number. So Poppy here is the first one. And I'm going to get started by putting a single crochet into this larger loop here on the corner. There we go. Voila. Now I'm going to do a chain 1 and I'm going to put a single crochet in the smaller loop. And now I'm going to continue by doing chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next, and so on. And it should work out that you're going to be skipping this one, doing a chain, and then you do your single crochet into the small loop, chain 1, and you do a single crochet in the larger loop. Now if it doesn't work out, it's not going to be the end of the world because nobody's going to see that, okay? Just skip an extra one, that doesn't really matter. So this is the first one I have attached. Now the thing is, there are 20 of them. So depending on how long you want your bunting to be, you might want to do a few chains, you might want to do only a couple of chains, or you might want to do no chains. So I'm thinking I might do just one chain and then go on to my next one. And of course you're going to repeat this for each triangle that you have made. So at the end you're going to have to make another bit of chain like this so that you will be able to attach it wherever you need to attach it to. Now, if you would like to explore the new colours of Stylecraft Special DK made in Yorkshire, then please go to our website where we are selling a pack of 20 balls of these lovely, yummy colours just released by Stylecraft. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you will try out the new bunting pattern, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!